Hey, hi, I'm Thomas. Yeah. Um, when I think back, to the past, my life was quite chaotic. I think the path that I'm taking will be quite different from my past. In the past, I think I would do a lot of illegal stuff, and I don't really have a so-called a goal that I wanted to achieve. What I want is all chasing after the fame, wealth, pleasure, in the world. Yeah. So that's basically about my youngest days life. I was caught when I was 20 years old. After I finished my army, I went to full-time trafficking. So I think around 6 months later, I was caught by the Central Narcotic Bureau, and that was my first incarceration. Yeah. I think to change, right? It plays a lot of factors that help me to rewrite my life. I think the most crucial factor I think is my faith lah. Last time I know, like what I say earlier on, what I wanted to do was chasing after the world, after the fame, after the wealth, but that didn't really satisfy my heart lah. And it's just like chasing after the wind. So I think I came to know about Christianity, and then that really helped me to change the angle of how I look about life. Life is not all about that, and there's something more for me to do. And then as I came to know about my newfound faith, I also realized that in my whole life journey, since the time I was born until 20 years old, I didn't really do something meaningful in my life. All the things that I've done was so evil and wicked. Yeah, so that really struck me lah. And then since that day, I wanted to make a change in my life, to do something meaningful. Yeah. I think the difference will be the meaning, how my story has been recrafted. Like my past, I didn't really have any aspiration. What I wanted is all about the worldly stuff. But now as I find something meaning, the meaning in my life, I know that life has more than chasing after the world. So I think that really changed the shift of my life, right? I think it's something the meaning that I have, not about getting so many things, so much thing on this earth, but to really do something to help others. I think when I was younger, I think people tend to say that you are incorrigible, you are still the same, that you wouldn't be able to change and this and that, you're useless. I think quite a lot of such a negative label that that people label on me. Yeah, so I think it could be quite discouraging, and the more people say, I think it affirms or what some other people have labeled you, and then you think that could I be that the person that they describe. So I think you will eventually internalize it, and I just give up about my life. Yeah. I think very important, talking about label is a very powerful things that we may not know how it can impact someone's life in a negative manner. I think no matter who we are, as a person, regardless whether we start well or start badly, since the start of our journey in this world, I think people don't want to be bad people after all. It's just whether they have these adequate resources, or whether they feel belong in this earth. If let's say people are going through a tough time in the family or in this society, and there are more people going to despise them or trying to shun away from them, how would a person think? I think it will not draw them nearer, but to push them away. So I think no matter, regardless of who we are, I think everyone is unique. And if let's say there's opportunity given, I don't think that people want to do a bad stuff or to commit a crime. Yeah. I'm not a label. I'm someone who has a dream too. So I think that each and individual of us has a dream, regardless on where we come from. I think it's very important not to look at others in a very distinct way or trying to discriminate of who they are, because we may not know what story they have in their life. Perhaps I think we can look at people in a very gentle manner or in a very accepting way. I believe that people will change in times to come. We just need to sow that seed of hope and love. I think I believe that it can make the world a better place.